Kung negosyante ka and sales lang ang tinitingnan mo, you might have to watch this video. Hello everyone, this is Jesse Alcaraz. I teach people accounting, business, and financial literacy concepts. And for this video, I will be sharing to you 3 different sets of data in relation to sales and expenses. So I normally see business owners measure the performance of their business based only on sales. So kung malaki yung sales, then, and again, yung malaki or magandang sales is very subjective, very relative siya depending on the size of your business. Sometimes it can be 20,000, 50, 100,000, or 1 million, and low sales will be the opposite. Kung mataas, then maganda yung takbo ng business, and if mababa, then pangit. Basically, that's common sense. However, they fail to factor in their expenses. Kasi kahit mataas yung sales mo and mas mataas yung expenses mo, then you have a losing business. Even if 6 digits pa yan, 7 digits pa yan, or 8-digit sales pa yan every month, at the end of the day, if mas malaki yung expenses mo, then lugi ka pa rin. And not just looking at sales and then expenses, we can actually go deeper. Deeper in a sense that we'll look at the breakdown of the sales and we will also look into the breakdown of expenses. If nakaka-profit tayo, we can explain further bakit tayo nagkaka-profit. And if nalulugi tayo, we can also explain it better. Bakit tayo nalulugi? Because the data, the breakdown of the sales, the breakdown of the expenses will give us insight, a better insight kung ano na ba ang nangyayari sa business natin. So without further ado, and to illustrate it further, let us go into the discussion. Okay, for the first set of data, we have this one. 100,000 pesos sales. Again, there's nothing else to see, just a 6-digit sales. We can't even say, kung ito lang yung nakikita natin, we cannot even say kung mataas na ba ito or mahina kasi wala naman tayong benchmark eh. We cannot see the previous month, we cannot see their assets, we cannot see a lot of things. So very limited lang ang nakikita natin, and then at the same time, very limited lang din yung insights that we can draw from this kind of data. Now, in order for us to better appreciate ano yung pinagsasabi ko, let us move a step higher into a more detailed reporting. Ayan. So, kung kanina, we're just only seeing sales, this time, the sales is still there. Nandyan pa rin yung 100,000 sales. However, mayroon na siyang expenses. Expenses amounting to 70,000 pesos and thus making a profit of 30. So kung gagawa tayo ng vertical analysis dito, this is 100,000, this is 70%, and this is 30%. Of the 100% sales, 70% of that goes into expenses, which is medyo mataas. Mataas yung level of expenses natin kasi it's 70. And then the net profit is only 30%. Again, makikita natin dito na kumikita pala tayo. Dito, nakikita lang natin is nakakabenta tayo. But this time, we can conclude na okay, maganda ang takbo ng business or at the very least, hindi tayo nalulugi. Kumikita tayo. So it's okay, also okay. But again, we can take this a step further pa. So, from just seeing sales to being able to see net profit, let's now try to break it down even further. So, yung sales natin na 100,000, nandito pa rin. But, makikita natin that 75% of the 100,000 came from product A and then 25% came from product B. So, mas maganda yung sales na binibigay ng product A and then secondary na lang si product B comprising our 100,000. And then, at the same time, sa 100,000 pesos na sales, nakikita din natin yung cost of goods sold natin. So, this is the difference between our cost and our selling price, amounting to 40,000 pesos, thereby creating a gross profit of 60,000 pesos. 100 sales, cost of goods sold 40, gross profit 60, and then aside from having the gross profit, nakikita rin natin yung mga other expenses such as salaries, rent, utilities. So ito yung breakdown ng ito yung breakdown ng 40,000 plus 30,000, a total of 70,000, still creating a net profit of 30. Again, wala namang nabago. The sales is still 100,000 and the net profit is also 30. But by simply adding another layer into our data, we can draw better insights and make better decisions. Decisions like, okay, ayos ka na ba sa 40% na cost? Do you want to less it down? Tama ba yung term ko? Gusto mo pang pababaan pa siya? Or baka you wanted to create a higher markup in order to increase sales by increasing the sales price. Yung salaries natin, is this maximized? Yung 20,000 natin, are we getting the full value of the salary na binibigay natin sa mga tao? Is the rent appropriate for this location and for this sales level? Is the utilities na 5,000 pesos, maganda ba siya? Nakatipid ba tayo? Is this a reasonable amount? Again, the more data, the better. There you have it. Having more data is definitely better. Not just to check whether the business is doing well or not, but also to gain insight as to why. Bakit tayo nanlugi? Bakit tayo kumikita? And I believe as business owners, yan yung mas importante. Kasi, again, kung kumikita tayo, maganda yun. But if we are able to explain why, then we can come up with better decisions to further improve the performance of our businesses. Kato lang, and may gabi sa tanan.